Hey everybody, it's Juanita from Crafty Sideway. Sorry, I know it's not the best setup, but yet again, I'm sick. I'm telling you, the past 6 months, I've been getting my butt kicked with. I had shingles for almost 3 months. I had the flu a couple times, COVID. Now I'm off work again because I have strep throat and the flu. And I just had it a month ago for 4 weeks. So hopefully after this time, I don't know. I'm gonna get on the mend again. But I've been saying for the last while I'm going to get the rest of that cowgirl outfit. The hat and the vest are already up, but there still is the skirt and the booties. So I'm going to do the skirt right now. So disregard my whatever fingernail polish. Please don't come here just to whatever on me. I just got home from my daughters from the holidays last Tuesday, and I've been pretty well sick ever since I got home. So with that being said, y'all are fine anyway. I only get nothing. Everything I get are very kind comments, which I truly, truly appreciate. And I do hope to start regularly getting some patterns on there and getting them done, because I really do like doing this. Mind you, the other ones will have this set up where you'll be able to see my hands. So again, this right now is not for if you're coming here to learn how to crochet or the stitches. This is for those that already do know how to crochet and want to do this. So in the pattern, this does say to use for the 3 month or for the newborn size, it's a 4mm hook. For the 3 month size, it's a 4.5mm hook. I'm just gonna do the newborn size, and I'm probably not even using the same yarn I did in the previous ones. I just grabbed 2 balls of just something. So these are impeccable, loops and threads impeccable. They're a 4-weight worsted yarn, and I just grabbed this color, which is taupe, and just a pink. So the main color will be the brownish, the taupe rather, and then I'm going to do the frill in that in the pink. So to start off with, it does say to chain 43. I wrote the pattern. This pattern was my very first pattern ever that I had in my Ravelry shop that I ever wrote, period. And it was written in 2014. So one of these days I'm going to go through my patterns and update them, and because there's tips and things that I do now that that I never knew back then or didn't do then. It's all by trial and error sort of thing. Not to mention there's typos in some of my patterns, which. But anywho, there's so much to do. I have so many plans, but you know, I just got to get myself feeling good so I can get myself focused here. So what you can do is you can chain the 43 stitches. That is what I'm going to do right here, just for time wise. But what I would suggest is whenever you're making clothing specifically for children and babies, you should always try to do the foundation chain. Only because it gives us so much better elasticity. So when you're trying to, all babies are different sizes. A new 3-month-old baby could be an inch or whatever wider than the next baby or what have you. So with the foundation chains, you do have that more of a give to it to fit around them, to bring up, and it's not snug, it's not tight. So I would suggest taking the extra minute or two, because it's just an extra minute or two as opposed to chaining, and doing the foundation chain. But for sake of time right now, I'm just going to chain 43. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 6, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. And we are going to join. Make sure when you join, if you are doing the chain, even the other way too, always make sure that it's all straight around. And a chain 1. And it does look fairly quite small. It won't be as whatever once you put your stitches in, but like I said, I'm going to do it the other way just to show you. It's so much better. I hate how tight those chains are. And when I do my foundation ones, I do the half double foundation. So I go in and I half double crochet instead of a single. So it gives me my chain row plus my first row. So there's 2, 3, and again, just for when you're doing a foundation row, you're just going into the 2 top stitches, that's all. You're just going in, and I'll make it half double. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll see you back here when you get your 43rd stitch done. Okay, so I've gotten down to my 43rd stitch, and I'm going to join up to the first one, the slip stitch, the chain 1, making sure that it's perfectly round. And notice now the stretch on this, so much better. I would always suggest doing this for waistlines, for babies, or even sweaters at the bottom, so they're stretchy enough to go over your baby's head. It's not tight around the shoulders. Just such a great tip. So that was row 1 and row 2. In the pattern, it's going to say that's row 1. Or it's going to say your chain 3, it doesn't even show as a row. And then your next chain, which would be row 1, would be the one we're working on now. So I'm going to consider this, we'll consider it still as row 2. In the pattern, it will say row 1 for what we're doing now because it's just a chain. But what we're going to do is we are going to put 2 half double crochets in each stitch around, which would give us a total of 86 stitches, I believe. 2, 4. You don't have to worry about a count, honestly. If anything with my patterns, you will learn there's no perfection in them. I mean, I write them as best as I can, but you can do however you want to do it. You can add extras, you can take stuff out. Some people don't like a lot of frill. Some people like the lot of frill that I have on them. So, do what makes you happy. This is your outfit. I'm just showing you how I made it. You can use all of it the way I do it, none of it, parts of it, completely up to you. But if I could be so blunt to ask, if you are enjoying this video and you'd like to see more of these videos, if you could smash that like button, it would be greatly appreciated. And if you hit the subscribe and that little bell, then you will be notified every time a new video comes out. And I do promise I am going to start putting videos out. So you're going to put 2 half double crochets in each stitch around, and I will meet you back at the front. Okay, so I come around to the end, and again, I'm going to join up to the top stitch with a slip stitch and chain 1. Now, it does look really funny like this right now. Do not be disparaged. This is all going to just look wavy. It's not even going to look anything that's really. But if you don't want this much, you can do 2 in one stitch, 2 half double crochets in one, and 1 in the next one all the way around. Completely up to you, as I said. But with this row, we are going to do 1 half double crochet in each stitch around. So you're going to put 1 stitch in each stitch around. And you don't have to count your stitches or use markers, because there's no, I mean, it's just, we started off with 43, we doubled it, which gave it 86, and you're just putting 1 in each stitch around. So this would be, because our first row we're going to say is the foundation one. The one we just did was row 2, so this would be counted as row 3. We're going to do 8 rows of half double crochet around, slip stitch to join, chain 1. So when you're at the end of your 8th row, before you join, I'll meet you back here. Hi everybody. So we have done those 8 rows. I had to change my top. It was quite hot in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now if you want yours longer, do it longer. Don't forget we are going to do a ruffle on here. And then we're going to go back and crochet on top of here too. And there will be a little, like a little diaper underneath to go in it. So you want to see some of that too underneath this. So anyway, what we are going to do now is we are going to add on the pink yarn after row 8 or whatever row you decide to stop on. Chancy, stop it. You bad. You bad. So we have our pink, and what we're going to do, this is row 9, we are going to chain 1. We were going to do 2 half double crochets in that stitch. We're going to put 3 in the next. Now again, you do not have to do what I do or put as much in for your ruffle. You can do it as much or as less as you want. And you cannot come here right now, buddy. Get down, please. He loves the phone. And I don't got any of your shows on, so you gotta get down. Oh my gosh. Sit right there beside Nan. So that's 3. We're gonna do 2. And then 3. Then 2. And you're gonna do this all the way around. This is row 9. Once you get to the end, before you fasten or join with your slip stitch, stop, wait for me, and we'll do that together. Okay, so we finished all that all the way around. That's what it should look like. And we're going to slip stitch to the top of that chain. And now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3. We're going to skip the next stitch. And we are going to single crochet in the next. So we're going to chain 3, skip 1, single crochet in the next. Chain 3, skip 1, single crochet in the next. And you're going to do that all the way around. And it gives it kind of just this little cute little frilly look. It's super cute once it's all done. It's like the same type of frill if you did the hat and the vest, the exact same finish row that's on theirs too. So you do that all the way around, and I will meet you once you get to that point. Okay, so now we finish that off. So what you do is you join, and you have this part. And all your little frill is done. This, and don't be concerned that it looks wide. It's not going to stay like that, because we're going to do the diaper cover part that goes underneath, and we're going to put that up underneath, and we're going to join that and sew that in. So we're going to go back to our beige again, and we are going to chain 42. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 39, 40, 41, 42. And where this is the diaper cover part of this, you don't necessarily need to do the foundation chain, because you're going to sew this onto that. You're here, so you don't have to worry about that part because you already have it on here. Here, sorry. So what we're going to do is we are going to join, and your diaper cover is basically 1 stitch less than your skirt that you did. And we're going to half double crochet in each stitch around. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, oops, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. We're going to join with a slip stitch. We're going to chain one, and you're going to do 7 more rows. Of half double crochet. Sorry, I was lost in my train of thought. We're going to do 7 more rows, so in total you'll have 8 rows of half double crochet. So once you finish that 8th row, I will meet you here and we'll continue on from there. Okay, so once we have our 8 rows done, it'll look like this. Again, if you want to put more rows, you can, but don't forget we're going to put a thing in the middle too, so this is just going to go where the little legs go through. So at this stage on row 9, we're going to half double crochet in this stitch, the same stitch that you joined in, and in the next 11 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that was row 9. Now from row 10 to 17, we're going to half double crochet across these 12 stitches. So that was 10, so this is row 11. I have so many crochet hooks, and all of my hooks that are size 4. This is the only one I can find for it, and I can't stand the hook. It's plastic. I like the rubber hooks. I cannot find none of my 4s. I find this one so slippery, the grip on it. Yeah, this is definitely not a quote-unquote professional video, but I just wanted to be able to get this out because I feel so bad. There was people that were asking, like, are you gonna finish this cowgirl outfit, or... But I just been, honestly, I've been so sick. And the shingles really knocked me on my bootay in a big way. That was brutal. I had all the rash part all on the side of my breast, which was bad enough. That and on the inside of my arm, all on my right side. It almost feels like you're sunburnt, I guess is the best way to put it. But the part that bothered me the most is I had such a chronic bad pain right up underneath my shoulder blade that I could not get rid of until they gave me painkillers. So that was 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's either 14 or 15, I'm not sure which one. Now don't forget, this is a newborn size, so it's going to be petite. big blanket over me. Itchy leg. Oh my gosh, I hate this needle. Sorry. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. One more row. This whole outfit, honestly, takes a couple hours, and you have a whole cowgirl outfit. I mean, the bigger you make it, of course, the longer it would take, but it is pretty quick. Okay, so now that we finished row 17, I'm gonna take a long part there because we're gonna sew that to the other side. And we're gonna try to evenly place that so it's so it looks even on both sides. You don't have to count and whatever, just if you just place it evenly, it will go pretty evenly. It's not gonna look out of whack or we're gonna have more fun with crochet. Stop worrying about all the making sure it's right. And I mean, of course it has to look right and it shouldn't look like a hot mess, but give yourself a break. I've seen people take out all this work because a stitch was wrong or whatever. In all honesty, most times when you're giving something away, it's not even to a fellow crocheter. So if you really think that that other person notices, no, they don't notice it. They just see your wonderful, amazing, beautiful crochet work. That's it. And those learning to crochet, don't give up. It does get easier. Then you'll be designing your own patterns. You'll be, yeah, so give yourself a break. Just have fun with it. That's, I mean, I've been crocheting for umpteen years, and it's the first thing I think about when I open my eyes. After all these years, I love crochet. It's just, it's my peace, my passion. If I enjoy it, I love creating. But anyway, I'm rambling on. So this is the little, and this will go up under here. And I know people say, but we did 2 stitches. And this is only, we're not, whoop, this is the back. Make sure you line it up right. So that was the back side we sewed on. So we're going to make sure that that back side goes with this back side. And there's the back side of the skirt. So we're going to make sure that they're like that. Now, you did do 2 on each one of your first rows, but your waistline itself is still only 43 stitches. I had people in my pattern say, that's not even right. You got 86 stitches and only 42 here, and you want me to sew it together. Yes, because your waist is only 43. Your first row, those 2, is not being sewn in, just your waist. So now we are going to take the pink, once you get that up inside of there, make a slip knot on your hook, and start at the back. Make sure you get that lined up. And we're going to start at the back, right where you did your fasten row, slip stitch row, or slip, yeah. And you're going to slip stitch in and chain 1. And what you're going to do, you're in the next stitch, in that row where you did your foundation, and this row being your chain row, you're going to single crochet around in each stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3. See how that should be looking? 3, 4, 5, 6, and you might have to go in back to make sure you're getting on the right stitch of that inside one, because remember that one was just a chain that we did. So make sure you go back and make sure you grab onto that right stitch. And to be honest, if you don't feel like counting, don't count. Just make sure your two things are lined up. We know the size of the waist because we already have the waist done. We're just putting a trim on the waist now. Just make sure your two line up. That one to that one. I think I might be starting to get hungry, getting an appetite. It's a good thing. I'll try to go back to work tomorrow. I take care of a couple of building managers, so it's a lot of physical work, and I'm not getting any dang younger. My age is catching up to me, and my body is reminding me. So we're getting down the stretch here. And see how they're all lining up. See? I mean, how gosh dang cute is that? There we go. And you're going to slip stitch, excuse me, into that first one. And don't worry about these because we're going to put a little bit of ruffle around each side of the legs too. That's why I say you shouldn't make this too long, because when you want to be able to see the baby's tushy with the little diaper cover underneath. And these are going to have ruffles around each side for the legs too. So now what you're going to do is you are just going to half double crochet one round around here just to give it a little bit of height. I hate this hook. I just ordered some new hooks the other day. They'll be here Friday. All for that 4, because I don't know what I did with my dang 4s. And if you're saying, oh, well, that waist might be too, we make a little drawstring for it in the front too. So you can loosen it up, tighten it up, get you all covered. This is a newborn size. And in all honesty, this can be made for any size you would like. Just measure it up to your child. Measure the waist up. Or I use sizing charts for everything. Just remember when you're using a sizing chart, that if it says for the waist it's 20, I would maybe do the foundation chain of 17. I always do 3 inches less because crochet stretches. So if it says a 20 waist and you make a 20 waist, as soon as you put that on, it's going to stretch out to about a 23, 24. But use size charts. It'll tell you how long to the knee for size 2 or whatever size you're doing. Measure it. Get yourself a measuring stick, or not a measuring stick, a measuring tape, and just measure your work. Or if you're doing it for a child that's there right there, I wish I had children of all ages living with me. Got 3 grandsons, 2 granddaughters, and they all live in a different province. And the only one that's little now is little is Roman, my youngest one. He'll be 2 in March, but he wouldn't sit still long enough for me to try anything on him. So there, like how cute is that? That's why I say you should do because you want it to be ruffly and whatever. So we're gonna add, around here we're gonna do a row of single crochets or not single crochets, but we're going to do, actually we're going to take the beige and we're going to do a row of single crochet. And then we're going to do I wouldn't do 2 and 3, I'll show you and do it with you. I'm just going to sew my ends in here. Take your hook, and actually you don't have to you can go right from the pink. And you are going to do 2 in each one. You don't have to do 2 and 3. You can put 2 in each stitch around the leg hole. 2 half doubles. And you just crochet into the end of your rows. Don't worry, you don't have to be counting all these stitches and trying to just crochet right into the very end of your rows. Put 2 in each one. If you want a bigger ruffle, do the 2 and the 3. I'm just going to do 2 in each one. It won't be as ruffly, but it'll still be cute. You do it however you want to do it. You're going to slip stitch up to the top, and you're going to chain 3, and you're going to skip 1, single crochet into the next. Skip 1, single crochet into the next. And you do this regardless if you did the 3 and 2 half double crochets into the leg, or if you did just the 2. Or if you don't want no frill at all, don't put nothing on it. As I said, this is your creation. I'm just giving you the idea of how I did mine. Just don't get up on that perfection thing. Because I can assure you none of my videos or my patterns or no. I do my best to make them look neat, and they read well, and they're fun to make, but I love this stuff. So, the fun factor is the highest point of it all. I think it might be the meds that's making me a little bit delirious. So, you know, you can put your volume down if you're tired of hearing from me. I'm going to slip stitch into there. And that's what it's going to look like underneath. I got to sew the ends in. But see, you get the thing. You get the drift of it. See, and that's the little leg underneath. Now, for the waistband, what you can do is with your pink yarn, take a 3mm hook, 2.5 or a 3, and chain, I believe, I have it written down, or it's on the thingy somewhere here, chain 130. And then just weave it through your half double crochet row and tie it in a little whatever in front. And they can loosen it, tighten it, however you want to do it. But, I mean, you can't get much cuter than that. So finish off that. Once I got mine all done, we'll come back and we'll look. And do that leg, the exact same you just did that one, and do your little tie-up. And let's see it. Now, this is the little set, or little, skirt when it's done. So yeah, I mean, it's adorable. Absolutely adorable. And again, you can make it as frilly as you want, not as frilly as you want, completely up to you. And do the whole set. 2 colors, do the colors and all that is completely up to you. Also, I think in the pattern it shows a little star on here. In the one of the previous videos, I think the hat and the vest both had the star on it. I'm not going to do one right now, but if you go back and you look at the hat and or the vest, it's a simple little star with I think a 3mm hook. Do it in the pink, do it in a white, do whatever color you want. And I did one of those and I just sewed it right onto there. And that is the skirt. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed, I'm not sure why not, because I'll be having tons of videos. I am going to start focusing on my channel more. I have all the things that you see in the shorts down there are my patterns, so I will eventually do all those. And I'm in the process right now of doing a complete hockey set that I want to do the video for, and also the pattern for it to get in my shop. Sorry, I had to yawn and I'm getting quite stuffy. Alrighty, so I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial and have a wonderful day. Sorry that it's been so long and sorry it took so long to get this done. I promise you, have the booties up. I'm not sure about tomorrow, but I will have them up within the next few days, the booties, to finish off this set. And then I have something else I want to do. And like I said, I eventually want to get to that hockey set to show everybody how to do a complete baby hockey set. Jersey, pads, skates, hat, and pants. Alrighty, have a great day. Crochet all day. Bye.